Opportunity to see your son play live?
I had an opportunity to go to the very last game of the season. So, because I had to get my vaccination in the hotel, and
Yes.
we had to, trying to, it's two-shot process and all of that. But I was like, I am determined that I will go
Ah,
to Tampa and watch a
ah,
game. So I did get a chance to see the last game of the season, and I was so thrilled, so thrilled. It just is. It's so part of it though also too, Wendy, and I don't want to say that it's not exciting, but I just felt like, oh, this is where we're supposed to be. It felt comfortable, it felt
yeah,
natural.
yeah.
And so it was just like, okay, this is the right place. So it was affirming and confirming in that way. Like he's in the right place. So it felt very natural. But at the same time, you're overwhelmingly grateful, right? You're
Oh,
grateful.
yes.
And you're grateful because I know Kim works really hard. You don't play like Kim does and not work hard. And you don't stay in this business and not put
And not work
everything
out.
into it. And so
Absolutely.
when you see the fruits of their labor and you see their faith being fed in this way, their work paying off, it is an unspeakable joy and gratefulness that I'm
Yes.
so overwhelmingly grateful. And then the Raptors, which, you think about a team, I'm going to say, I couldn't think of a team that was a better match for Fred. He got there, he was like, I
Yes.
feel like they really do want me. They like me. It's such a great culture. He liked the people in the locker room. He was just elated with, just the culture. And so in the coaching staff, and to have him be in a place where he felt so good about playing for them and about the energy was awesome. And then I'm going to tell you, Baylor fans are awesome. They're just awesome, right? But I was like, look, the Raptor fans and the Baylor fans, these are like really good people. So I'm serious. I was excited. I'm like, it's good in the locker room, outside the locker room. The fans are great. And then you've invited me to do this. It just was a really good experience. Being in a good place. You just want him to be in a great place where and Fred felt like he could there was an opportunity to demonstrate what he could bring.
Right.
There was no predetermined, you got to sit over here in the corner kind of thing going on. And that is to have an opportunity because I'm telling him, always make the most of your opportunity. But if you're not given one, it's challenging. But at the Raptors organization, he was actually given that. So,
It's so funny you say that because it's the same thing with Kim. He said the same thing. He said, they make me feel special. They make me feel
mm,
like family. And
yeah.
you know what I mean? It's the same thing he said about the locker room. You're there and all the guys are there together. And he said he just absolutely loves being on that squad. I mean, don't get me wrong, he loved being in the Magic as well,
Right.
but it's
Right.
just different. It's just a totally
Yeah.
different
Hmm.
setting now, right? So here you look at Freddie, who started as a Division III player in college, has played his way to a 2-year NBA contract. So, what do you think the Raptors organization saw in him that made them decide to give him the opportunity to prove that he belongs on the big stage?
You know, I hope they saw his basketball skill because I think he hasn't even begun to show that.
Yeah.
Um, I think because he came to this late. So, and then when you go to a basketball program and you talk about at the collegiate level, the team needs you to do certain things. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean you can't do other things, but they don't need you. They got particularly at Baylor. As somebody said, we had more guards than Buckingham Palace, right? And so we didn't need shooters necessarily, and they were great guards because they're national champions, right?
Yeah.
And so so that's not what he needed to do, and so he did what was needed at his team. And so I think when they probably got him in, they saw that and all the things that he could do that don't necessarily show up in the stats,
Right.
um, you know. But they saw those things and they brought him there, and then they gave him an opportunity to demonstrate that on the court and they
Yeah.
continue to see the possibilities, right? That and the potential, and then the skill that's already there, and then what they could do with that. So, and I think the other thing, and I'm sure Kim brings this as well, is that you know I think they both bring character and good spirit and good energy into a locker room.
Yeah.
And I will say this to you: when Fred went to Baylor and they started to make some changes and some new people came in after his first year, he was like, "This is a championship team." When Fred got um, to the Raptors and he felt the energy in the locker room, he was like, you know
Yeah.
what, this is a championship team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I hope they saw those things in him and they saw somebody who's willing to work. He's coachable and all of those things. And that's when I'm like, you have to be all of those things. But I also think it's because he's not been at this a long time, so there's really no ceiling,
Yeah,
in store for him at this point because
only up.
it's only up. Because he's still kind of new to this, and so and that's exciting.
Of course, this is an exciting time for him,
Yeah.
and for Kem as well because now they're on a different squad, and this
Yes.
is their chance to do new things. Like Kem was known when he was playing with the Magic to do all the important things
Hmm.
on the court that didn't involve scoring. He's bringing that with him to the Raptors now, so he's doing all those important things plus scoring.
Plus scoring.
Yes.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's going to be the same thing for number 55, where he's just going to.
But I mean,
He's
and I
just
think
gonna.
about for Kim, I could see him kind of like you watch, just kind of this ease, like the more he played, like, oh, I can be me. I can kind of do,
Yep.
like there were no limits set on him or no, you can only be this. And I'm not saying other teams did that, but you could see him come into that. And it's to me, that's fun to watch. I mean, whether it's my son or someone else's, it's fun to
For
watch
sure.
because you can see that thing. And so I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And and then the team, they gave him a game ball. Like Fred got to get the game. He was
Oh,
like
did
me.
they? Oh,
Just all of these things that speak to I think the kind of organization that the Raptors have. And like you and I know, I, one of the things I can say that is constant is change. Is we
yeah.
don't know what, right? But I can say this was a really great place for Fred to
Well,
begin his real professional NBA career. So
if anything, your son has is resilience, right?
yes, and
So,
yours as well, right?
oh yeah, oh
So
yeah. Like I said, we got to talk to them both sitting next to each other on the bus or on the plane. so, so with Freddie being a new member of the Raptors squad and you as a new
mhm.
Raptors mom, what is something about you both that
Ooh,
you want the Raptors fans to know?
oh my gosh, that's such a I don't know. You know, I would say this is that we're in terms of the Raptors that we're grateful. I will say that to the fans
Amen.
and to the team for opening their arms to him and to me because when I'm on social media, they are so loving. And so
Yes.
for that, and so I don't think fans understand the impact they can have in that way, but I will just say that is that welcoming spirit that they have. We're so grateful for it.
Yes.
So I mean, I could go down a lot of things, but just specifically regarding this experience and being a part of Raptor Nation and having them welcome us has been
Yes.
so awesome. It's been
Oh,
really awesome. So we're both grateful for that. Our whole family is grateful for that.
yeah. No, I love that you said that, and my family as well, because they were very welcoming.
Yeah.
Very, very welcoming, you know what I mean? And especially with us being Canadian, you know what I mean? They're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, welcome home, guys. We're so happy that you're back here." So it was just a blessing, you know what I mean? And I got to
Right.
see them in action when I was in Tampa. Um, you know what I
Oh,
mean? So you saw a
okay.
couple of fans there too, and
Uh-huh.
I got to meet people. It's a little weird. So there were Tampa Raptors fans, but I can't wait now to get back to Canada and see Toronto Raptors fans. But in the meantime, the social media messages that I get, it's just all in love. And I just can't wait to actually sit in the arena and the Scotiabank Arena and sit amongst them. And we all watch the game like one big Raptors family. So I cannot wait. And I cannot wait to do that with you too. So
Thank you. I'm looking forward to that. I'm so ready to go to Toronto and be with the fans and then be with you and all. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know when it'll happen, but I'm like I'm ready. I'm like
that's all right. We'll
that.
get there. We will
We'll get there.
definitely get there. We'll organize all the moms and we're all gonna sit in one section. And we're all just gonna
I'm counting on it.
that's it.
I'm counting on it, Lindsay.
That's it.
Anything you want done, baby. I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby. I do it naturally.